Hey guys, it's Nick from Pity Points, and today I'll be reviewing Marvel's Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4. With a few notable exceptions, great superhero games are few and far between. With their latest release, does Insomniac escape the pitfalls of the genre and deliver a title worthy of its hero? With Marvel's Spider-Man, Insomniac Studios have elected to tell a tale of an older Peter Parker, a young man struggling to pay his rent, hold down his first job, and fix his broken relationship. Skipping over the high school origin story we've seen so many times before, Marvel's Spider-Man is set in its own unique, pre-established universe. It's a brave decision which adds a fresh dynamic and direction to the characters we all know and love. The game's tutorial begins at the height of Spider-Man's crime-fighting career, as he helps police storm Fist Tower to arrest the infamous Kingpin.
Idiot! I'm the one who kept order in this city! 1 month! In 1 month you'll wish you had me back!
With Wilson Fisk safely behind bars, an ominous threat called the Demons emerge from the shadows, seeking to fill the power vacuum in New York City with more sinister intentions in mind. Mr. Negative, the game's main antagonist, is an interesting choice and a welcome departure from the high-profile rogues gallery we're accustomed to headlining a Spider-Man game. His connection to our hero and those he loves keeps the story grounded, adding a layer of emotional risk, resonance, and gravitas to the game's impressive cinematic narrative. On nearly every level, Insomniac is successful in translating Spider-Man's unique superpowers into solid gameplay mechanics. Traversing the well-crafted open-world New York City is a joy to behold, and is undoubtedly one of the game's shining highlights. Web-slinging is fun, fluid, and fast, and refined to near perfection, offering layers of control and creativity to the player that were absent from previous adaptations of the character. Where Marvel's Spider-Man really shines is its cinematic set pieces, which on occasion rival the high points of Naughty Dog's Uncharted series.
Did that just happen?
The game's combat offers players a range of options to keep fights fresh and engaging. Similar to Rocksteady's Arkham series, players can attack, dodge, zipline, perform special takedowns, and use a variety of creative gadgets on a selection of varied enemy types, ensuring that webbing up enemies never gets old. For the most part, combat offers a decent level of challenge. At its best moments, the hordes of demon soldiers become tactical puzzles to be managed and overcome through specific combat strategies. Marvel's Spider-Man has an admirable number of satisfying side activities to perform in its detailed open world. Collectibles, like Peter's old backpacks, help to cleverly flesh out the history of the game world. The game's crime side quests, such as stopping a carjacking or preventing a robbery, work well for the most part. Whilst the variety in crimes is appreciated, they can grow repetitive and are probably the weakest part of an otherwise stellar package. As a game, Marvel's Spider-Man excels in its visual presentation. Insomniac's recreation of New York City, with its real-world landmarks and Marvel Easter eggs, is an impressive technical achievement. The studio's take on the series' iconic character designs are a familiar but pleasant twist on what we come to expect. Some character models, such as Otto Octavius, are incredibly detailed, whilst the likes of Aunt May are slightly unpolished. In an age of cosmetic DLC and loot boxes, Marvel's Spider-Man is a generous and welcome surprise. Out of the box, players can unlock up to 28 detailed costumes from the comics and the Marvel MCU by completing in-game tasks. Each of the suits is fully integrated into the game's cutscenes, offering players the freedom to encapsulate their version of the iconic hero. On the whole, the game performs solidly. On base PlayStation 4 models, the game plays at 1080p and is capped at 30 frames per second. The PS4 Pro offers upgraded 4K textures and a similar frame rate. John Pisano of Detroit Become Human and Daredevil fame delivers a solid soundtrack that complements the adventurous and playful tone of the game. Likewise, the voice cast do a good job with the material. Yuri Lowenthal in particular excels in the lead role and nails the game's emotional and nuanced moments. Suffice to say, Marvel's Spider-Man is an excellent game and a wonderful showcase of what the superhero genre can be when it's given the time, budget, and attention it deserves. Nearly every aspect of Marvel's Spider-Man, from its cinematic narrative, exhilarating web swinging, and fluid combat, is polished to perfection and excels in its execution. Insomniac Studios have delivered a slick blockbuster package that Spider-Man fans and gamers will fondly recall for years to come. If you have a PlayStation 4 and any interest in Spider-Man, then you owe it to yourself to check it out.
Please don't screw this up.